Hi there, for today's Read Aloud, we will be reading the story, The Nest. This story is a realistic fiction, so what that means is it's made up, but could happen in real life. So what I need you to do is look for characters in a setting that seems real, ways the pictures and words work together to tell the story, okay? And then the next thing I'd like for us to do is go over some words that we may or may not know. If we don't know them, then we'll be learning them right now. And if you do already know these words I'm about to go over, then it'll just be a little review. The first word is exclaimed.
Exclaimed. If someone exclaimed something, it was said in an excited way. Hooray! The team exclaimed when they won.
Exclaimed. I'm going to turn this a little bit louder so you can hear. Okay. Twigs.
Twigs. Twigs are small, thin branches from a tree or bush. The bird will build its nest with twigs from the tree.
Twigs. Surprise.
Surprise. A surprise is something you did not know you would see or do. The pet that Mom and Dad gave us was a big surprise.
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 Sorry. Soon.
Soon. If something will happen soon, it will happen a short time from now. School is over, so we will be home soon.
Soon.
Soon. If something will
Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. Warm.
Warm. If something is warm, it is a little bit hot. I feel warm when I wear my hat and coat.
Warm. Last word. Empty.
Empty. If something is empty, it does not have anything in it. I ate all my food, and now my bowl is empty.
Empty. All right. So remember, this story right here, The Nest, is a realistic fiction. So it's made up, but all the different events that are happening in the story could really happen. So remember, look for the characters and setting that seems to be real, and then ways that the pictures and words work together to tell the story. Let's go ahead and meet the illustrator. Remember, illustrator is not the person who wrote the words, but drew the pictures.
Nina de Polonia loves to draw characters who are fun and just a little bit different, or maybe even a little weird. Her work as a children's book illustrator gives her many chances to create characters like that. Often, Miss de Polonia's illustrations begin with a pencil and paper sketch before she adds colors and the finishing touches with the help of a computer.
All right. So here's the cover, The Nest, written by Carol Roberts. Go ahead and take a moment and look at the cover and read the title, The Nest, to make a prediction. All right, if you need more time, just pause the video, but let's go ahead and get started. The Nest. Max, Jen, exclaimed Quinn. Look, I see a nest. So here's Quinn, here's Jen and Max. She's pointing outside the window. Can you see the nest? Asked Quinn. I see it, said Max and Jen. Where did the children see a nest? They see it in a tree outside their classroom. Doesn't look like they're in a classroom. Can you see the bird? Asked Mrs. Webb. Yes, it's a mockingbird, said Quinn. The nest was made of twigs. Do you see the twigs? It had grass in it. See the grass? How does the bird make the nest? Give you a moment to think about it. How does the bird make its nest? Well, it weaves twigs and grass together. See how it looks kind of a little bit weaved together? Okay, page 20. The grass will make it soft, said Ben. I see twigs and leaves, said Wes. I see bits of paper, said Liz. We can write about it, said Jen. What do you think Jen wrote about in her journal? Do you see her journal right there? What do you think she wrote about? A moment to think about it. Think about what we just read. I think that Jen maybe wrote about the bird and the materials used to make the nest, since they just talked about all the different things they saw. One day, a surprise was in the nest. Eggs, the kids said. We see eggs with dots. Do you see the eggs with dots? We will look at the nest every day, said Mrs. Webb. Will we see baby birds? Asked Quinn. Soon? Everyone asked. They want to see those baby birds pretty soon. The birds sat on the nest. This made the eggs warm. Do you see how these words right here are highlighted in yellow? These are the words that we went over in the beginning of the book. The birds sat and sat for days. One day the kids see baby birds. See the process? Here, she's sitting on the eggs, still sitting, a little crack in the eggs, a little bird pops out. The mom fed the baby birds. The dad fed the baby birds. The baby birds look soft, said Liz. Soon they will get big feathers, said Quinn. How have the baby birds changed? So look right here. Here are the baby birds. You see them? So how have they changed from this to this? And this isn't over an hour or a day. This is over a little bit of time, okay? Well, they are bigger and they look fluffier. They have more feathers. You see how they, when they first hatched, they look like this, and after a little bit of time and them eating, got a little bigger, a little fluffier. Feathers are a little bigger. Every day, the birds try to fly. Oh, look at their feathers are getting bigger. Can they fly yet? The kids asked. How do you think the baby birds are going to learn how to fly? What do you think? Some time to think about it. Well, do you think their parents show them how to fly? Thumbs up if you think that, thumbs down if you don't. Do you think they will keep trying and trying until they can fly? Thumbs up if you think that, and thumbs down if you don't. It's just some different answers. The baby birds try. Then the baby birds can fly. What do you think will happen now that the baby birds can fly? Give you a moment to think about it. What do you think will happen now that the baby birds can fly? Do you think they will leave the nest? Or perhaps they will find another place to live? One day it was quiet. The nest was empty. It was fun to see the baby birds. All right, so what did you think of the story? Did you like the story? You did? I'm glad you did. So, was this story a good example of realistic fiction? It was. So the different events that happened in the story, yes, it was made up, but it could really happen, right? So that's what realistic fiction is. It's made up, but the different events happening in the story could happen. Did you pay attention to the characters and the setting? Do they seem like they could be real? Yeah. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's little story, The Nest.